Your life is beginning to transform for the better. I want to speak to those of you who's been out here just kind of like dealing with people in general. People just constantly coming around you, connecting with you for the wrong reasons. People that you grew up with, those who raised you, that mistreated you, made you feel like you were the outcast, the black sheep, always having to overwork to prove yourself in different dynamics, on different jobs and relationships, is very heavy on connecting with other people. Whoever I'm speaking to, it's not that you're pressed to be with nobody, you're not asking nobody for validation, but when you connect with people, you expect to kind of get what you give. And most of the time, you don't. You're always usually the one that gives because of your heart, because of the way that you care about others. It's just naturally who you are. But now something about that is being not stripped, but you've learned something. You've learned from all of these people that you've encountered, even as a child. There's been so much that has been placed on you when it comes to different connections because you're always the one carrying the weight in these dynamics. But now your life is transforming for the better. Whatever you've experienced, whatever you've gone through, however people have treated you, that has literally changed the way you show up. And not for a bad thing, a bad reason, y'all. I told you it's a good thing that you're deciding now to choose you. You're deciding now that certain things and certain people you just don't resonate with, and now you're okay with that. Your life is about to transform for the better. You've been there for so many people, and you carried their burdens in your own like a champ. Now it's time for you to receive whoever I'm speaking to, and you are. The more you continue to choose you, the more you continue to keep your peace, the more you start realizing it's okay that whoever and whatever no longer want to connect with me, I'm still okay. When you start thinking like that, your life automatically transforms for the better because a whole lot of people want to stick around, but a whole lot of people don't want to do right by you. And the divine is saying that's up. That's over for you. You've given so much of yourself, whether it's to your children, your own bloodline, to your job, to your associates and co-workers. It's heavy on the people, y'all. The people that's been in and out of your life, whether it's relationships or not, just in and out, constantly thinking that you're going to always be around. You will always be the one so loving. You will always be the one showing up. You will always be the listening ear. Whoever you are, you will no longer be the listening ear. You will no longer be the scapegoat. You will no longer be people's punching bag. You will no longer be considered the underdog. Whatever label they have placed on you, whatever agenda people thought that you were going to play in their lives, that is being stripped away. That's the very thing the divine is talking about. Because everybody will call you up and want you to listen to their burdens, listen to their woes, how this and that is going on with their children. But when it's time for you, it's crickets. Nobody seems to have the time or the day, or they'll feel like because you're always the strong one, that what you're saying and what you're doing is really not that serious. But to you, it may be. But they'll treat you as if what you're saying and doing is not that serious, it's not that important, all of that stuff. But when they need you, you were always there. That was a burden to you. And some of you may be going through that right now. It's not that you can't be there for people, but being so available to individuals who cannot reciprocate that same energy, that's coming to an end. You're going to receive people and be around other individuals that can appreciate you and give you that reciprocity. You will no longer be a listening ear for people who just want to dump their garbage off on you and keep it rolling. Absolutely not. You can't carry their burdens anymore. Even though before you were okay with that, you didn't mind doing that, something about that has to end because your life now is transforming. So a whole lot of gossip, a whole lot of foolishness, people in their woes and their sorrows, you can't keep taking on that. Take them to the throne. Let them go to God and pray about it. You're not their father. You're not their mother. And if you are physically that, listen, there's a moment where you have to let these individuals also go as well. And I say that in love, and allow them to live their life. Let them go through the struggle sometimes so they can feel what it looks like when life starts lifing. You cannot be the backbone for everybody. And then when it's time for you to need that, nobody is available. You will not be the scapegoat. Can't nobody blame you for nothing else. Those days are over. People constantly saying, you said this, you did that, you were the one that did this and did that. Meanwhile, you've been showing up the entire time, being vulnerable, being open, being genuine, doing what you have to do to keep the connection afloat, no matter whether it's a friend or a lover, if it's your bloodline, always being the mediator, wanting people to come together as one. It's a burden to you when you do that because this person feel that way, that person feel that way, and then you have to decide which one you're going to be with. Are you going to believe this one? Believe that one? Everybody has told you a little bit of this and a little bit of that of their life and their situation. And then when you decide on a particular thing, they'll say you did, you said. That's why the divine is saying you will no longer be a listening ear. You won't be available to hear this side and that side. And then when it all boils down, they looking at you talking about what you said and what you did. Absolutely not, which goes to the fact that you will not be their punching bag. That's over. Your life is being so transformed now, you will not be available to be anybody's punching bag. Always wanting to argue, always saying it was you in the connection that did this and said that, always wanting to treat you as if you're a second option to anybody else. Absolutely not. You're going to transform in such a way that you won't resonate with that stuff. You won't settle for it. You want to do better. And a whole lot of people are going to have to go because of that. You've been there for so many people, whoever I'm speaking to, and you carried that burden like a champ. And yet people want to look at you and say that you're the underdog. You out here trying to get it out the mud. You figuring out your life. And they want to say you not doing better. You need to do better. And you this age and that age. And whatever narrative they placed on you, calling you the underdog. Meanwhile, you keep staying underneath them or underneath the mud and whatever else they throwing dirt on you because of them. It's their burdens that's causing you to be an underdog, if we can clock it. It's not that you're an underdog at all. It's that you're there for everybody else and nobody's there for you. You're carrying the burdens of other people. And then when they want to say you're an underdog, well, yeah, I got a little bit more. I'm carrying this person's burden. I'm trying to make sure I'm breaking this generational curse. I'm trying to make sure I'm coming up out of this relationship. I'm keeping the bills afloat. I'm showing up for this friend. Who's there for me? This could be somebody's story. Who's there for me? Your life is being transformed for the better. Do not fight against what's happening around you. Somebody needs to hear this. Don't fight what's happening around you. If things are crumbling and people are walking away from you, let them go. Let them go. Those were the ones that was a burden to you. You've been there so many times. You've always been the one to reconcile. When they walk away, you call them up. You hit them up. You're apologizing for things you know you didn't do and didn't say. Those days for you are over. Your life now is going to be so different. And the people that used to be and used to have access to you, used to mistreat you, when they see you again, when they talk to you again, when the word on the street get out the next time, it's going to be all good news. Somebody going to be trying to figure out who you are now because they thought they knew you, but they really didn't. This time when you heal, it will be permanent. Whoever I'm speaking to, when you heal from all of these people that has mistreated you, that couldn't give you what you were giving them, this healing, this time will be permanent. When you decide once and for all, this is how my life is going to be. I'm not settling for this kind of person, these kind of relationships. I'm going to continue to focus on me. When you put a stamp on that thing, that's going to be the final stamp, the end all be all, the end. And whoever comes around you in your life, whether they're old or they're new, they're going to know your standards. They're going to know what you stand for. And if they can't get right, they will get left. This time, my love, your healing will be permanent. And y'all, we continue to heal. But whatever I'm talking about and whoever I'm talking to, there's something that has been a burden to you. People keep treating you the same way. You're going to heal from that toxicity, that kind of energy coming in your life permanently. People that act like that and carry that kind of energy and that toxicity in that entity, they will no longer be able to come around and resonate with you because you're going to be too healed for that. There's times, y'all, when these people start showing up in our life and they keep being in and out like revolving doors because we have to finally shut that crack, put an end to it, like once and for all. When you do that, there's people that won't be able to come in or out. You will no longer be attached or inviting those kind of people into your life. It just won't happen. Your role now is shifting. Your role in life now is shifting, my love. As you begin to transform, as you begin to continue to heal and cut people off and just start choosing you more. It's heavy on that. Choosing you, what makes you happy, how you want to show up, how you want to live your life. Your role in life will begin to change. So you used to be mama and daddy and you will still hold that role, but you won't be out here carrying them as if they're still children. You will be able to just be so healed from that. Because sometimes, let's clock it, I feel like Spirit want me to go into that. Sometimes y'all birth these children and you want to, make sure they good. And so they become adults. And yeah, they're still your children, but they're not children anymore. And if you're not careful, you will continue to be raising them even as they're adults. And there's coming a time now for somebody to be free from that. The divine is saying it's time to be free from that. No longer will that be a burden to you, taking care of your bills, plus paying their bills, paying their car note, because they decided they were going to go out and have them a trip, a good time. You're not even living the life that they living, but yet you paying their bills and carrying their weight. Absolutely not. And I can't tell nobody how to raise their kids, but it's something about that that's becoming a burden to you. And even if you can't completely cut all of that off, there's a little bit of this and a little bit of that you can. Stop paying that car insurance. Let them figure it out. Stop giving them money to go and hang out with this person because you want to make sure they got this and that. If they don't want to get a job, let them get a job so they can have their own monies and they can see what that looks like, what that feels like. Because what's going to happen if you continue to do that for these individuals, I feel like we're talking about somebody's kids. If you continue to do that for them, they're going to always be a child. They can grow up in age, but even when they get in different relationships, it's going to be a cycle. A generational cycle. So they're going to go over there with that man and that woman and expect to be taken care of, but it's going to be a generational curse on your bloodline. So they mess around and have a child with somebody else, but they're a child themselves. So when they child start growing up, you taking care of that, your child, your grandchild, this person over here. It's just a mess. That's what it feels like, y'all. And I have to keep it honest and 100 with y'all. Y'all my people. I'm telling you, though, your life is being transformed for the better if you allow it. You've been there for so many people and you carried the burden of trying to be there for so many people like a champ. The division now between you and your higher self, it's over. There was a division, whoever I'm speaking to, and you possibly didn't even realize this. There was a division between you and your higher self. So let's clock this. That looks like, or maybe these are the analogies that somebody can resonate with. When you're saying, you know what, I want to lose weight. I want to get my diet together. But every time you turn around, it's like you're being presented. Let's say people calling you out and they want to say, let's go have dinner, let's go do this, let's go do that. It's against what you're saying. Like you have a heart to do that, what you said, but every time you turn around, it's something that's dragging you to that old version of you. You're saying, you know what, I'm going to stop paying my children's this and this. I'm going to stop being so available for this person. I'm going to stop doing this. But when that situation, that opportunity presents itself, it's like you're still unconsciously choosing that old pattern, that old way of being. The division between you and your higher self, it's coming to an end. Whoever you are, you're about to rise to the occasion in life. In life, whatever that new version of you, that higher self, the things that you may deem to be impossible for yourself, listen, it's not. It's not. That division, that way of thinking that you can't save this amount of money, that there's no good men, no good women, the fact that there's no real people and friends and all of that, something about that is coming to an end. You're about to become whole, one with your higher self. And let me clock this, y'all. It's going to take a little work. Because whoever you are, you could be, because people will label it as people pleasing. And y'all, yes, that is a thing, but it's just simply boiled down to the fact that you overly care about people, about how people, possibly some of them, view you, about their opinions. And this part is not for everybody, or you can overly care, wanting to make sure they're good. But what you don't realize is that you're lacking in certain areas when you do that for everybody else. And the divine is shutting that down, closing the door to people like that in your life, who's constantly taking, withdrawing, never depositing into your account. The days of your account being in the negative is over. That's for somebody spiritually, mentally, physically, emotionally, financially. The days of your account being in the negative is over. Your life is going to transform for the better in such a way that everything about it is going to be in balance. Everything. You've been through so much. Whoever I'm speaking to, with people, it's heavy with people. And carrying the burden like a champ. I'll just say, you did that, my love. You did that. That season of your life, that version of yourself, that past, that lover, those friends, those co-workers, those children, you did that. And the divine gave you the big back to carry that. Gave you the big back to carry all of that weight. But now something about that needs to go. It's time for you to live a lighter life, free of people and their burdens. That season for you is coming to an end, my love. Your life is being transformed for the better. Allow it. Allow the things to shake up, break down. People walk off, come back and figure out what you're doing, what you're not doing, just to realize you're doing bigger and better things without them. Let that be a thing for you. Let it be a thing. Y'all, I think that's it. I love y'all so much. I love y'all so much. I love y'all so much. Thank y'all for rocking with me. Thank you for your PayPals, Cash App, Super Thanks, Thumbs Up, love, support. Continuing to show up, y'all, each and every single time that I show up. Please know I appreciate you all so much. Until next time, y'all be easy. Peace.